So welcome back. I think we were left at after Fujinami.
Yeah, we are now at number 42.
Okay, can I say something real quick about Fujinami? Just
sure.
to come back where we left off. Fujinami, you know, we go back a while, and you know, him and I were not only in Japan did we hit, and I have a picture on my wall of fame of Fujinami and I as the America's Tag Team Champions. So he came to the States, we got along. In Japan, when I went to Japan, it was very much different. It's not like the States. They wouldn't talk to you. It was kayfabe to the max. And Fujinami treated me well as much as he could. Came to see me with all his bodyguards because he was very important. Japanese style, of course. And I will say, and I will respect their Japanese style, and I won't say much about that. All I can say is that he took me back when he was in Muga, and I did my retirement match in Japan in 2008 with Fujinami. Osamu Nishimura called me. Osamu! He's a senator now. He don't call me no more, or he's in the Congress or something. But I love you, Osamu, my brother. Fujinami, and I wrestled Fujinami. We did 3 or 4 matches, and I got recognized by the Tokyo Times, which was at that time, I mean, wrestling was bigger probably than baseball, which is very big not only in the States but in Japan. And you know, not only me, but all the wrestlers would come out in full size Daily Times colored pictures, which was like, whoa. And nobody would tell you anything. You would just get there, and it was amazing. But Fujinami, Tatsumi Fujinami, my respects to you, my brother, to your company, to your wife. I love you. In American style love, very nice. Thank you. And I'm glad that I got you guys together, even though it cost me my match with you, Fujinami. Okay,
all right,
let's
excellent.
go on.
Number 42, Ken Patera.
Oh, brother, that shouldn't even be. I mean, that shouldn't even be on the list because he should already be there. I mean, here's an Olympic gold medalist in weightlifting. Here's a guy that him and what was his name?
Are you thinking Saito?
Saito took down the. I'm not even going to get into that. I don't think they want to be remembered by that. Here's a man that became a big wrestling legend, and a very nice man, very soft-spoken. I consider him my friend, although we usually would see each other in Japan, but he treated me like gold. But that has nothing. That's not one of the assessments to get into the category, which is WWE. Did he ever wrestle with WWE? I don't think
he had a long run with WWE. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if he didn't, sorry, Kenny, I'm not into your story, bro. There's some, but yeah, Kenny, definitely, brother, definitely. I mean, how can you not include an Olympian that made it? That not only was an Olympian gold medalist, but that made it in this business, and in several organizations, and drew money, and Kenny Patera, a legend. Yes.
Number 41, Lex Luger.
Oh, my friend Lex. Well, I should say my friends. Lex had this. Lex is a bodybuilder, or was. And you know, everybody's aware of what happened, this and that. But my personal experiences with Lex were not very good or bad. He just thought his shit didn't stink. Another one of those, I am Lex Luger. And he didn't talk like that, but I see the Arnold Schwarzenegger situation on him. I know I'm not a very good imitator, but say it in Spanish. Okay, take my point. Anyway, Lex Luger, you know what? Really, when I met Lex Luger was after all this happened and he became a Christian. I really knew the Lex Luger, the guy. when I met him, which, you know, he was WCW, and he, again, thought his shit didn't stink. And man, I'll tell you, those people that were on steroids and farted that protein, oh my God. Bad smell. And they would do it at will, and then, should he be considered? Oh, you know what? I don't know that much about him. He did a lot, but then Vince took him over, and they started that muscle thing, and it didn't work out. So Vince blamed it on him, and he got. And then I don't know, man. I'm going to say no. Just peered over now.
Number 40, Dr. Death.
Williams?
Yes.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Of course. Are you nuts? DD? Oh, brother. Without a shadow of a doubt, in tennis shoes and in skates, he is in big time. Again, I am Cupid. Now, that has not an assessment to this category. I introduced him and his, I guess, ex-wife. They got divorced, Tammy, and they had, I think, 2 or 3 beautiful children. My bro, but definitely, brother, definitely, he had a run WWE, but he couldn't take the bullshit up there. I know that JR helped him a lot. JR used to love him, and I think he still does. But you know, Steve wasn't ready for it. But Steve went on to Japan and did wonders up there as always. He's a shooter, you know. He was what, 3-time All-American in football or something like that, and in wrestling. How can you not induct somebody into the Hall of Fame with those statistics, man? I mean, how can you not?
Right.
Yes.
Number 39, Scott Hall.
Scotty Hall. My brother. I love you, Scott. Yeah, Razor Ramon, brother. What a character. Just by Razor Ramon, he's in. And, okay, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, I met in Tampa. He used to work at the Cowboys or something like that, some country bar. And we used to hang out, Hector and I. We were big time then, not making big time money, but we were big time, having a lot of fun though. And that was one of the bars that we used to go. One of the bars that I'm not even going to say the name. First of all, I can't remember it. There's so many bars, but Scotty Hall, he was a bouncer there. He always treated me good, always, even then. Big muscle guy, you know. I didn't know if he was a football player or but he was always nice. Then when I heard he got into the business, he always, when I saw him, even after he was Razor Ramon, he always had a time for me to stand up. Now I'm getting sentimental, and it's not, again, it's not his assessment. Yes, sir. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, without a doubt, and did the character fantastic. He's not even Hispanic that I know of. Scott Hall, hello. But he did the Razor Ramon fine, and then he went to WCW, and you know, demons came over him and all this. But he's my bro. Yeah. Not because he's my bro, because he deserves it.
Okay, number 38, another former NWA champion, Gene Kiniski.
Yes. Gene Kiniski. Gene Kiniski is one of those guys, like you were asking me. It's been a long day, guys. Okay, so to you it's like, oh, this was 3 weeks ago, the interview. Well, we're doing this in one day. You asked me about Pat O'Connor.
Yeah, Pat O'Connor.
Gene Kiniski was the same. He had the same communication with the people, the patients, but they weren't like, ooh. They were like, they would just look at you, telling you, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Whether they were selling, they were both heels most of the time, and they would just grab an arm bar and they would snap it. That's where, you know, make it sound, and then they would pump it up, and then they would look at you. What you think about that? And man, it was you wanted to kill them. You wanted to kill them just by the way they looked. at you because of the situation. Yes, Gene Kiniski.
Number 37, Booker T.
Booker T! Booker T! I tell you, Booker T and the Guerreros always fighting. Booker T and what was his name? Billy Ray or
Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray. I'm sorry. Sorry, Stevie. Brother, it's been a long time. They're good guys, man. I love them. I love them both. But there was something about the Guerreros, and you know, we would cut each other down, and they were always well dressed, brother. In WCW and yeah, mostly in WCW, where I mostly met them, and they always had this slick pants and brand name shoes, but you know, they would cut us down and we would cut them down. But you know, it would get to them, and you know, we had our ups and downs, and I think Eddie had some dukes out with Booker T. And I remember one time, man, we were I was in 2004 WWE Hall of Fame, WrestleMania, and I come in and I've been out with God, man, that's so, guys, sorry, man, but this has been like, what number are we on? All these names.
37.
Johnny Rods. We're out with Johnny Rods, and I came back in, and I'm going to my room, and all of a sudden I see, you know, we're all staying in the same hotel, so I see Booker T over there. So I hide behind one of the pillars that was in New York City, and I go, "Hey, Booker T, Booker T, I want your autograph, Booker T." And you know, he's signing autographs, and he knows that he's being, you know, somebody's calling out there, and he's not liking it. Then I change it. I go to another meeting. You know, they got these columns. "Hey, Booker T!" And he's looking around, and I can see he's getting hot, man. I can see it. I say, "Where you going, Booker T? You ain't give me an autograph yet, motherfucker. Come here, Booker T." And he's going, So finally, I come on, I go, "Hey, brother." He goes, he says, "I knew it was you. I knew it was you." I said, "Bullshit, brother. If you would have known it was me, you would have gone upstairs. I had you going." Booker T, yeah, brother. Yeah, him and his wife's a doll. He not only was, brother, he started out, I think Scott Casey helped train him, or he trained him. Started out in Dallas, and then they did their thing. They went to the WCW, and then Booker T went on his own, and then he brought his wife in, and now he's got his own school, even though he told me, "Oh, I don't like you as a wrestler, brother." And I'm still wrestling Booker T, but whatever. Yeah, definitely a shoe-in, no doubt about it.
Number 36, another tag team, Demolition.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Probably one of the best. Before the Road Warriors, it was Demolition. It was Demolition. I mean, with the gimmick. Demolition had the painted face, they had the big body, boom, boom, boom. You're talking about Bill Eadie and, yeah.
Yeah, Bill Eadie and Barry Darsow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were in there. Even Bill Eadie and Barry before that, they did some accomplishments on their own. You know, we know about Bill Eadie, but people don't know. I still respect the kayfabe. He was under a mask and boom, 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 boom. But yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah. Initially, we were going to rank them separately, but because as a tag team, Demolition was only together for 3.5 years. Yet
they made an impact.
Right, they're known for together.
Impact.
Yeah, and even though
to this day, when they book them, they do autograph sessions or whatever. They book them as a tag team. They put the face on and everything. And plus, they're good people. They're a plus to this business.
Okay, another friend of the website, person I had the pleasure of interviewing, Rick Martel at 35.
Ricky Martel, he's not in the Hall of Fame?
No, he's not.
You're kidding me?
No.
Oh my goodness. Nothing to say about him except I don't know why he's not in there. You know, class act, AWA champion, came in there and did the thing with Tito, and then with Tom Sink, and then something happened over there, and I'm not even going to get into that. And then the Can-Am connection, and then he went to the Ken Max Connection or whatever the name was.
Strike Force.
Whatever. Class act, brother. Good interviewer. And probably one of the best Canadians because he was French Canadian. Just you people that are watching don't get that. Kurt Buckner, the chairman of the board here, is English Canadian, and I just love to mess with him. Now, if he was French Canadian, I would have said the other thing. I love them all both, but yeah, Ricky Martel, my darling sweetheart friend. Yes, definitely. I don't. Like I said, it surprised me when you told me, shocked me. Well, he's in the Hall of Fame, and very professional. And he carried that belt for Berganya, the AWA. He carried it like a star, man. He went to Japan with it, and oh man, just his matches were awesome. Class act guy.
Right, number 34, Dick the Bruiser.
How can you not induct Dick the Bruiser? Him and Mad Dog was, well, Mad Dog's already in there. But Dick, a lot of people took a lot of, how can I say? Dick the Bruiser was another one that was in his own way, one of a kind. He was Dick the Bruiser, the wrestler. He was Dick the Bruiser, the promoter. And when he was the wrestler, he was the wrestler. And he was the promoter. He was a tight wad son of a gun. I never worked for him. I met him a couple of times, but he was one tough son of a gun. And never wrestled for WWE, but to this day, they talk about Dick the Bruiser. I'll go on a cruise or I'll see somebody up there from up north, Berganya territory at that time, northern states. Dick the Bruiser. They might not know some of the wrestlers that are wrestling now, but you mentioned Dick the Bruiser, and poof, oh, I remember him. Yeah, definitely. Dick the Bruiser. Are you getting bored, my friend? Because I'm not.
Not at all.
Okay, then quit yawning and let's get with it. What number are we on?
Number 33, Jushin Thunder Liger.
You know what? I never got a chance to wrestle him. I think Eddie did. And his first match, he said he was there as Black Tiger Mask. I met him 2-3 years ago. Sorry guys, I'm trying for legs. No, my back. I met him 2 or 3 years ago, and maybe he said he met me before, but I don't remember. At one of the LA conventions, I'm not even going to mention their name because they're not even going to do that again. I don't know that much about him, brother. I'll have to pass on him. But from what I hear and for his publicity, I would say yes. But it would be unfair because I really don't follow him.
Okay.
I've heard a lot about him, but it's here. And like I said, people that didn't see the earlier chapters or the beginning of this great thing that you're doing here, the introduction to all this ratings by me, the Hall of Fame, not in Hall of Fame. Speaking from my personal interaction with him, and I really didn't have no interaction with him, so I will disqualify myself. Just like I think this is the third guy that I say, you know what, like who was the other one? Anyway,
Spiros Arion.
Yeah, I never knew him. I met him, but that doesn't mean hi bye. That doesn't give you unless you're analyzing, but
no, that's right.
On the ring or in the dressing room or one-on-one contact, that's where I'm going at. And that's why when I say something I can vouch for because, hey, I was there. And I'm not senile yet. What's my name? Hello? Who are you? How about Chavo Guerrero? Who? Yeah.
Yeah, he was number 96.
I'm Hulk Hogan. I doubt it. All right, go.
Number 32, Haystacks Calhoun.
Oh, Haystacks, bro. You have to put it. Look, man. Haystacks Calhoun, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Neighbor. Hey, neighbor. He was like 500 pounds, maybe more. I think more, 600. And I saw how that man suffered. I mean, I was with him in Japan. I already knew him. You know, like I said, everybody knows my dad, wrestler, boom, boom. He was in the Emerald territory for a while. He was here, he was there. But when I first, you know, when I went to, he would go to some of these tours that I was on, and we used to go plane, train, ferry, whatever. But on the train, there was not a seat big enough for him. So they would put him in the conductor's quarters, and he was miserable. I mean, and one time he was in the plane, and some of the boys, I think it's a bad rib. A lot of ribs in the business, but some people get carried away, I suppose. I don't think they did this one, but they put some X-Lex or whatever you call it. And anyway, he had the runs, and of course he couldn't fit into the airplane toilets. And they had to put a curtain in. Of course, he was like when you don't like people doing their necessities in your bathroom because you just like your brand. There was a lot of people that didn't like his brand. They just, you know, it was a bad rib. But now I'm getting off the subject. Haystacks brother, definitely, man. He was a good man. He was a big man, and he earned his money, and he drew money for people, for the promoters. And you know what? He wasn't that great of an interviewer, but I compare him to Big John. But we'll get into that later. He would tell you, you know what? I'm a big man, neighbor. But don't you come over here messing with me, because I will take care of business. And he would get in the ring and he would do it. Storyline or whatever you want to call it. And it was believable, and people paid money to see it. But he wasn't a long run guy, but he was there. They would bring him in certain situations. But yeah, oh yeah, brother, he's up there with the big man. Hell yeah.
Okay, number 31, another tag team. We combined 3 different people on this one. The Midnight Express, Beautiful Bobby, Sweet Stan, and Loverboy Dennis Condrey.
Yes. 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 Some of the smoothest people to work with in the world. I think their history talks for itself. Bobby Eaton, the only thing, not anything against his wife, but he married the daughter of Bill Dundee. This is another. But that's all right. But Bill, all those people. Did you say? Who did you say the 3?
Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Sweet Stan Lane, Loverboy Dennis Condrey.
Stan Lane. Oh yeah, man. That Stan Lane became an announcer for racing or something. But they all did good, man. Do they deserve to be in? Yeah, they did good for wrestling. They put wrestling on the map in their own way, and they were suave. They were smooth, and I think they still wrestle to this day. I don't know. Eaton. Bobby Eaton, God, man, what a talent, what a talent. Unfortunately, he had that howdy-doody face, you know. But, sorry, bro, and I told you this before, and he was very shy, but if he would have learned how to get out of his shyness and do a good interview, he could have made a lot more money. Because he was that good. I mean, in the ring, he could do anything. And he would listen. And he would be a general in the ring. He was just suave, man. I would love to see him wrestle, man. I didn't see too many people wrestle. Well, I would see a lot because that's what my father and Cyclo Negro told me. You watch every match and you go out there and you supersede that match. And you try to have the best match of the night. And we didn't wrestle him that much, really. Because it wasn't our time to wrestle him. But when we did, you know, I don't really remember having great matches because we didn't, I think 1 or 2 times. But I would see him, they were in the same territory and they had him against somebody else. And I would watch them both. You know, and of course there was Jim Cornette, that another Bishop. student. Anyway, they were, God, Bobby Eaton was so smooth, man. And then when I wrestled with him, he was great. He was great.
Okay, number 30, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, yeah. How can you... You know what, brother? Just by the Honky Tonk Man, all of us wrestlers, all of us, especially, well, not especially, because you can't do it in WWE. But when you go independent and you sell your gimmicks, pictures, he gave us an education of how to do it. He had his Polaroid, he had his guitar, he had his belts, he was in character, he had somebody doing it, he was organized, and everybody, he's making all the money, brother. And he's out there talking, you know, he can talk some shit. Hey, Roger, you know, he's got his accent going, he was full character. Plus, what he did, you know, impersonating, they didn't say it, quote, unquote, Elvis Presley, but he did it.